Yeah, I mean, we've seen a small improvement, but there's definitely still air quality concerns for those areas. Maybe not up into that majorly unhealthy range, but still those who are more sensitive to it certainly noticing it. And those fires in Canada, I was reading a little bit about the numbers and the amount of land that's burning there, forested area, is about the size of the desert south. So just kind of incredible to think about how much, dry vegetation there is to continue to feed those fires. And then just the switch in the direction, bringing all that smoke to 95 up into the northeast. So that just speaks to how far we're seeing it travel.
We woke up to some wet roads around here. Overnight showers.
I ran outside to grab something from my car before the show started and was surprised that it was raining outside. I didn't realize.
I was actually just watching on this camera here behind me a nice lightning show offshore. So that's kind of better when you see these strikes of lightning kind of within the cloud, but out over the Gulf. Let's leave it up for a second, see if maybe we get one of those flashes. But you definitely see some of those darker stormy clouds as we look out in the Lido Key area. 76 degrees right now, and that heat index also not necessarily being felt at this hour. So that's been at least a nice subtle change, is the slight heat relief that we've got with the more cloud cover and the unsettled weather, which, yes, another morning as we look to Sky Tower Vector Scan, where we are watching quite a few of those downpours offshore. Some of those, though, already moving through our coastal communities, where Sarasota County up along the coast, especially around Venice, already picking up on 4 inches of rainfall over the last 6 hours. Now we're seeing kind of right along I-75 and to the east. That's where this heavy rain is generally moving from south to north. So expecting this to continue moving through areas. We kind of had that heavy rain over Northport, another round just to the south for you. We look to Honore up into Hidden River, some of those rounds of rain, then continuing to move into Manatee County, where we've got a batch of heavier rain that moved just between Fort Hamer and the Oak Knoll area. Bethany as well. Brief downpour. Now we look to Lorraine, Verna, some of that heavy rainfall for you. Not so much closer to the coast there. Bradenton seeing a lull in the activity. We've got some light rain over downtown St. Pete across to St. Pete Beach, Madeira Beach. Light drizzling rain right now for Tampa up into Carrollwood, Lutz as well. And then a couple of those showers for portions of the coast right now in Pasco, around Port Richey, up into Citrus and Hernando counties as well. A little bit of that light rain, but you see much more of that further offshore. So the trend again for today, tons of breaks in between the rain and the storms, but we'll continue to watch these rounds coming from the Gulf. So it's going to favor again all of our coastal spots. You see, as we get to the late morning and early afternoon, likely watching from Pinellas up to our nature coast spots. Some of those beaches get in on the heavy rain. We will see a couple more thunderstorms further inland today as we get into the late afternoon as well as the evening hours. Mostly winding down by sunset, though mostly cloudy skies continue tonight and into tomorrow morning. Look at 6 a.m. on Monday. Another round where we are going to start out with some locally heavy rain throughout the afternoon. We'll watch those scattered downpours and thunderstorms moving in from the south and off of the Gulf. So favoring again, a couple of spots for the coast could be dealing anywhere with, I think, 2 to 4 inches is the high side of what we'll see, but there will be some locally higher spots like we've already seen 4 inches in Sarasota. This is the additional rainfall accumulation here the next few days. So some spots will be much spottier with less than an inch of rainfall here today as well as tomorrow, and especially our inland spots. That's where we're not going to see as much rain. You see the excessive rainfall look for today, slivers right up the west coast and then up into the Big Bend and our panhandle spots. That's the vicinity that we just have that more favored moisture and lift around this area that we're watching in the tropics. Now the odds up to 60% here. Over the next 2 days, it's being dubbed Invest 91L. So we have seen that slow organization from yesterday to today. The general trend with this area is going to continue to drift a little bit more north in the Gulf. And then we've seen a lot of models kind of indicating this due west motion, kind of hovering right along the panhandle and then moving toward the Louisiana area as we get to Tuesday and Wednesday. That starts to dry our forecast out as we get to Tuesday as drier air moves in. Otherwise, plan on 80s today across the area, couple of low 90s inland. Just a heads up, we have a small craft advisory on the water. The bay is rough, seas around 3 to 5 feet today. South wind about 15 to 20 knots. Couple of showers and storms lingering tonight. Lows in the 70s. And then look at your 7-day forecast as we start to see some improvement over the next couple of days. 60% storm chances down to 30% by Wednesday.